Welcome to the Finance Guide 101 quiz, where you learn through quizzes. Here you will not only be challenged but also entertained and educated on finance and investing. Okay, let us start. Question 1. What is average retirement savings that Americans have at the age of 65? The estimates are all over the place. The average savings by the age of 65 may be somewhere from $200,000 to $300,000. The median, however, is much lower at around $100,000. This means that 50% of the households have less than $100,000 and 50% have more. It is a better statistic since the average is generally pulled up by the super-rich and does not give an accurate picture. Note that this is far less than what is recommended. Financial experts suggest that you should have a saving of about 8 times to 10 times your salary at around the age of 65, i.e., roughly when Americans retire. According to the U.S. Census, the average income for a household headed by a married couple aged 65 or over was around $100,000 in 2020. This means the savings should have been around $800,000 to $1 million, while in reality, it seems to be only $100,000. Question 2. What would be greater at age 65, saving $600 every year starting age of 20, or saving $1,000 every year starting age of 30 if the interest rate is 5%? I assume you guessed it is the $600 starting at 20. The whole point of the question is to point out it is better to start saving earlier than later. There is a tremendous advantage to doing it, as shown by the example. Question 3. What is CAGR? CAGR stands for Compound Annual Growth Rate. C for compound. A for annual. G for growth. R for rate. It is a financial metric used to measure the growth of an investment over a specified period of time. The CAGR represents the average annual growth rate of an investment over a specified number of years and assumes that the investment's returns are reinvested. The CAGR is often used to compare the performance of different investments and to forecast the future growth of an investment. To calculate the CAGR, you divide the ending value of an investment by its beginning value, raise the result to the power of 1 divided by the number of years in the period, and then subtract 1 from the result. When it comes to investing, note that a good CAGR for an industry is 8% to 12% for large companies, while for high-risk companies, a good CAGR is between 15% to 25%. Question 4. What is the current gross domestic product, or GDP, of the U.S.? It is around $25 trillion in 2022. It has grown 2.5 times since 2000. GDP measures the size of the nation's economy. The US is the biggest economy in the world. This is followed by China and then Japan at around 18 trillion and 5 trillion respectively. However, because of the huge population, the per capita GDP is not very high for China. It is just $12,500. Even in Japan, the per capita GDP is just around $40,000 compared to $70,000 for the US. Question 5. So the last question for today is, what is the Gini coefficient? The Gini coefficient is a measure of inequality in a population, with values ranging from 0 to 1, but is reported as a percentage. That is 0% to 100%. It is commonly used to quantify economic inequality in a country, region, or other population. A Gini coefficient of 0% indicates perfect equality, where everyone has the same amount of income or wealth. On the other hand, a Gini coefficient of 100% indicates perfect inequality, where one person has all the income or wealth, while everyone else has none. The Gini coefficient is calculated as the ratio of the area between the Lorenz curve and the line of equality to the total area under the line of equality. The Lorenz curve is a graphical representation of the cumulative distribution of wealth or income, with the x-axis representing the population and the y-axis representing the cumulative wealth or income. The Gini coefficient provides a quick, intuitive way to understand the distribution of wealth or income in a population, and it is widely used in economics, sociology, and other fields to study inequality and its impacts. However, it does not say anything about the level of income. So you could have a good distribution of income but could be a very poor country. The countries with the least equal distribution of income seem to be from Africa, while most are equal being Eastern Europe. The United States has a Gini coefficient of 41.5 and ranks 47th from the bottom of 163 nations. If more equal income distribution means better, then 116 nations have a better income distribution than the United States. So how many did you get correct? Average saving at retirement age? Start saving at a younger age? Compound annual growth rate? GDP of the US? Gini coefficient? Please report how many questions you got right in the comments section. I would like to know, for developing future quizzes. Hope you learned something new. That is our goal, learning through quizzes. Entertainment plus education. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and press the notify button if you want to see more of these. A thumbs up would be appreciated as it helps with the YouTube algorithm.